everyone, Catweazle here. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of Sword and Sorcery Immortal Souls, where we're currently playing Quest 2 of Act 1, A Menaced Kingdom, and we're about to do Episode 3. But before we do, we've got a slight correction from Episode 2 that we've got to do, and it's regarding the Blue Raider that we had. If you recall, he was in here. He was also in there with a green gremlin and Fenrir, the wolf. And our friend Ecarus came round and started beating up on him. But when he actually entered the tile that the Blue Raider was in, I should have triggered Readiness 2. If any hero moves into its area, unless save, attack that hero with a sword. And I didn't do that. So what we've got to do is we've got to roll a save to try and avoid that sword attack. Otherwise I'm going to have to do the sword attack. Now Ecarus, he gets 2 dice because he is lucky. So what we need is a pentacle. So come on. And we get a pentacle. We also get a gremlin, which we're getting a lot of. But this one here, we got a pentacle. So it didn't attack us with the sword. And I'm very glad it didn't, because it saves me a lot of messing around. So, yes, I should have remembered the readiness there. I forgot it. We've rolled for it now, but Ecarus managed to save, so that's okay. We'll get rid of that. Alright, the only other thing is I've had a couple of questions over a couple of episodes about targeting priority. And had a question about why Ecarus was targeted by the green gremlin last episode and not the wolf Fenrir. And the reason is Ecarus did have a wound. If you have a look at the targeting priority list on, I think it's page 48 of the rulebook, most wounds comes before least hit points. So in those couple of instances where I got asked why the person with the least hit points wasn't targeted, it was in both cases Ecarus did have wounds, and if you have wounds you go to the top of the targeting list. Doesn't matter if you've got miles more hit points than the other target, if you've got the most wounds they will attack you. Okay, having gone through that and gone through the correction, what we'll do now is get straight on with episode 3, and that means the timing phase. And here we are at the timing phase, slightly different format. I have been taking photographs, but I've found that the narration tool, the sound isn't as high as during the normal part of the episode, so I've just gone to doing it this way, which is the way I normally do it anyway. Okay, so he's got a hit point of damage, Ecarus, and he's still using his longsword, his forged longsword. He has his sapphire that he can use. Both of his talent and his power, they're fine, and still got his chainmail. He's exactly the same. Lost no more hit points, nothing like that, so he's fine. We'll move on to Thorgar. And here we are with Thorgar, exactly the same. He's got 1 hit point's worth of damage. Other than that, he's fine. He's still got his healing potion, still using his battle hammer. He's got his studded leather armor, and both his toughness and his heal wounds are fully refreshed and ready to go. So that's it for Thorgar. Next up is Laegon. And here we are with Laegon. He's on 6 hit points. He's took a damage as well, so we've got to bear that in mind when it comes to most wounded. He's also took a wound. Longbow, I've popped Fenrir up here in his sort of secondary weapon slot, though he's not really a secondary weapon, he's a companion. It's just easier to keep him there and for me to have a look at the information on him. Precise Strike and Summon Fenrir, they're both refreshed. He's got his Elven Cloak with 2 charges on it, Leather Vest, and Eagle Wings that he hasn't put up there yet, and he's got his Dirk, which is sort of his backup melee weapon. So that is it for Laegon, that's it for the time phase. Next up is the battle phase. And here we are at the battle phase. Who's going to go first? Ecarus is going to go first. He's the best armoured, he has mighty presence, he's a star. So he's going to move 1 into here. Then what he's going to do is he's going to use an action and bash this locked door down. So we can get rid of that. That is going to trigger a trap card. So let's see what we get. And we get an alarm. Draw and resolve 1 additional encounter card during the next enemy turn. What a pain in the rear end. So, right, I'll just pop that here. Because we're not going to get an enemy turn, I don't think, because we've got no enemies on the board. We'll have to wait until we get a set of enemies. As regards Ecarus, what's he going to do now? Well, he's going to carry on his movement. He's going to move into here, and that's going to cost him 2 because it's difficult terrain. Then we've got a choice. He's got another action left. He could dash into here, and that's story event 2, but that is obviously going to generate some horrible beast. And what I think we'll do is we'll try and avoid that for the time being, and we'll just leave Ecarus there. Yeah, if we're going to have something like, mind you, he's still got a combat left, hasn't he? But he wouldn't be able to focus. 1, 2, 3, and it'd be exactly the same for Thorgar. He'd have to dash to get to here. So it means whatever comes out, we wouldn't be able to focus against them. Oh, Thorgar would. He's got 2 actions, hasn't he? Yeah, I forgot. Ecarus used one of his actions to bash through the door. But all the same, yeah, this is difficult because we've got an event coming up, and the event may end up spawning monsters. So I could hold off here and get monsters anyway. Difficult, difficult, difficult. What to do, what to do? I think what I'm going to do is, I hate doing this because I'm going to lose a little bit of tempo, but he's actually going to use his dash action to move back because of this spawn point. If we get an event that actually spawns monsters, I want Ecarus in here. So we'll leave that for another time. Unfortunately, speaking of time, it does put us back a little, so hopefully it won't cause us too many problems. But he's going to move back there. That is going to be the end of his turn. We don't get an encounter card because we've got no enemies, yeah? We will get 2 encounters as soon as we get an enemy because of that alarm card, but I don't think it kicks in until we actually have enemies on the board. So we'll leave that there. Alright, so that is Icarus's go. He's not going to do anything else. Next up is Thorgar. And here we are with Thorgar. What's he going to do? Well, he is also going to step into here. In fact, we'll do it that way. Have Ecarus at the front. Thorgar is also going to step into here. It's just in case we get something bad off the event card, and then they're going to spawn in this area, and we're going to have people who can deal with it. Then by being 1 nearer, these guys will both use 2 movement to go to here, but they can use their last movement to go into there. They still have actions left, and they still have a combat left. So I think that is the way we'll work it. And because of that, he's got an action free. He's got 2 actions free. One of them, he is going to use his... where is it? His Heal Wounds ability. And he's going to use it on himself. In fact, I should have had Laegon go now, and he could have used it on Laegon. If he went last, he could have used it on Laegon. No matter. He'll use it on himself. In fact, he won't. He's not even going to do that, because I think that's a good idea. We've got to get Laegon healed up and make sure that he's down on that priority targeting. We won't be able to do it this turn, but we should be able to do it next turn. Okay, so that is it for Thorgar. He's not going to do anything else. Next up is Laegon. And here we are with Laegon. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to stop here. He's going to pick up the 15 crowns. So that'll be very nice. Thank you very much. We've actually got some money. And what's he going to do with his action? With his action, he's actually going to activate Fenrir. And we'll put Fenrir in here as well, I think. And we'll move the spawn point slightly. I don't think it matters now we're all up here. And that will be it for Laegon. Again, for everybody there, we didn't have any enemies. So we've got to keep this alarm card for when we do. They've set off an alarm and they've sort of like bunched up, ready for an attack. But one hasn't come yet. So we'll have to see how we go on. Okay, so that is it for the battle phase. Next up is the event phase. And here we are at the event phase. So let's see what we get. And we get lost treasure. So we didn't get any. So all that was for nothing because we didn't get attacked. Place a treasure card in the active heroes area. Well, that'll be Laegon. He was the last to go. So let's pick up the treasure deck. And we'll do what we normally do. We'll just do a cut. And this card will go in there. And I've knocked all the enemy powers over. Put that back. Okay, so that is it for the event phase, I think. Yes, it is. So let's get straight into the next round and the next time phase. And here we are at the time phase with Ecarus. Absolutely no change whatsoever, so we can get straight into Thorgar. Here we are with Thorgar. Again, no change whatsoever. We didn't end up using heal wounds, so he's exactly the same, and we can move on to Laegon. And here we are with Laegon. I was going to say no change, but there is. He now has 15 crowns, but other than that, there's no change whatsoever. Don't need to update any of his powers or anything like that. No refreshing. So, yeah, that is it for the time phase. Let's move into the battle phase. And here we are at the battle phase. Alright, who is going to go first? I think Ecarus is going to go first because, yes, we're going to have to move it on. We're going to have to get to where that story event 2 card is. So he's going to move 2 because that's difficult terrain. Is this difficult terrain? It is. So he's going to have to spend an action to dash and his final movement point to get into there. So that's a total of 4, so he can get into there. And then we get story event 2. We'll just put that here. We normally have to end up putting it on the event deck anyway. Right, story event 2. So that is, hang on, section 2.19. Let's have a read. As the heroes enter the underground area, they realise they are not alone. Big surprise there. A man wearing an outfit they saw during the attack on the city appears at the end of the tunnel and calls out. The Shadow Guild likes not unexpected visitors. This will be your grave. As he speaks, he drops a long leather leash, releasing a large gremlin with spirited eyes, and moves away down the corridor. At the same moment, an iron grate falls down from the ceiling, isolating the room, while other gremlins emerge from the walls. Dun, dun, dun. The heroes immediately realise they must annihilate these beasts to be able to follow that man to his hiding place. So, place the red gremlin in Story Event 2 area. Note when the red gremlin dies, remove it from the quest. If there are more than 3 heroes, there are not. Spawn the heroes minus enemies gremlins up to a maximum of 3, placing 1 in each area of the 6A map tile in clockwise order, starting with the top left area. Okay, so we'll be spawning 2 gremlins. Place a locked door on the connecting edge between 6A and 12B map tiles. Open the shield spawn gate and remove the pentacle spawn gate. Place a Story 2 event card revealed side on top of the event deck. Right. First of all, we need a red gremlin. So here he is. So he is going to spawn in there with Ecarus. Let us get the enemy scroll. There it is. And we need the red gremlin card. So pop that there. And the enemy scroll. So we've seen this before. He will go for the most wounded as well. So, oh. So that's a bit grim. So I think we will have to sort something out there. 1, 2, 3. You can see bloody. I should have healed Laegon. You can see Laegon. So, because I think line of sight goes for up to here. So at 5 areas, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4 with that. And I think he'll be attacking Laegon actually if we don't manage to kill him. So quickness, the end of each enemy turn. If this enemy was not activated, it will activate. Banding, hopefully that won't kick in. And sharp spines. So this guy's a pain. We'll pop that up there. So the red gremlin is being looked after by Ecarus. That's a bit back. Oh, and it gets an enemy power as well. Always a delight. Let's move this treasure card up so I've got a bit more space. So enemy power is... Oh, that's one I knocked over. Vigorous, we've had that. It's this one. Frenzy. If wounded, all attacks performed by this enemy inflict a critical, so we've got to kill it. We have to kill it virtually straight away. Otherwise, we're going to be hit by criticals, because you can guarantee it's going to hit. So, ugh. And it's bloody got -1 against slashing weapons, -1 hit. That's a pain. Okay, right, so we've done the red gremlin. There are more than 3 heroes or not, so we've got to spawn 2 other gremlins. So we'll go through the enemy deck till we get gremlins. Well, there's one. So we've got a green gremlin, which will be looked after by Thorgar. Raider doesn't count, we'll discard that. Then we've got a blue gremlin, but it's only the single B gremlin. And we'll have that looked after by Laegon. I think we can get rid of this now. So get rid of that. And we don't need another. We've got our 2 gremlins. Now those go clockwise. So the green one came out first, so that goes in here. And then the blue one came out, and that goes in here. So it goes clockwise around here. Damn! Place a locked door on the connecting edge between 6A and 12B. Oh, that's... Oh. I thought for a second it was going to go here then, but it doesn't. Hang on. It goes in there. So what we'll do is we'll put the red one first. So at least they're not dominating though because of Mighty Presence. So that's okay. So we spawn those gremlins. We've got to open the shield spawn gate. Now that's just off to the side. on tile 18B, but I have opened it. So that is open now. At least we're not going to get anything spawning down here. We've got rid of the pentacle spawn gate. And we place this on top of a lost treasure. So that worked out okay. Right, so we've done story event 2. Right, I'm going to have a little think now. He's done all his movement. He used an action to dash. He's got one action left, and he's got his combat left. I'll just have a think. And I'm back. There's not much to think about because there's not much else he can do. Okay, with his final action, Ecarus is obviously going to focus. And that is going to give him one hit. He is going to attack the red gremlin. And what he's going to do is, so he's focused to attack the red gremlin, which is 1. He's then going to use his longsword, which is going to give us an extra 2 hits. That puts us up to 3. And then we are going to roll. So that is 2 red dice, I believe. It is. Where have I put his longsword? I've put it down somewhere. Yes, 2 red dice. And yes, come on. We need a good roll for a change. And we get can you believe that? A gremlin and a double S symbol. That is appalling. We're going to re-roll one of those using Thorgar's ability. We're within 3 areas. And he gets a hit and he gets a lightning bolt. So that means a lightning bolt, he gets +1 hit. Puts us up to 4, and then he got a hit anyway, so that is 5 hits. Now, the gremlin himself, slash -1, so that takes it down to 4. It had 1 armour, which takes it down to 3. This is going to be bad. Which takes it down to 3. And then it's got 2 blue dice as well. It gets a shield. So the other one missed though. So it goes down to 2. So we only get 2 hits on him. That's 2 hits on the red gremlin. Ah, that was pants, man. That was rubbish. So we've only got 2 hits. And if wounded, all attacks performed by this enemy will inflict critical. So we're in a bad shape. Okay, so Ecarus has gone. Now it is the encounter. We're going to get 2 encounters because of the alarm. So we get Master Assault. Activate all purple enemies. Otherwise activate all highest rank enemies. So the red is going to attack. But at least that stops, what is it? Quickness, because it is going to be activated. And oh, there were sharp spines as well. So that is 1 hit point, down to 6 that we can't save against. Then it is going to attack. So that is 3 red dice, and it's -1 armour. So he's only got 1 armour. 3 red dice. And at least we got 1 gremlin. So that's a miss. We have 1 hit. And another hit. So So that's 2 hits. That missed. That's stopped by his armour. We have got 1 hit. That means a critical has gone, well, 2 hits, so it meant a critical had gone through anyway. But he's going to stop one of those hits, but it doesn't count for criticals. And oh, I'm wondering, have I done that right? Because it's going to attack the most wounded. And it's got line of sight. It does have line of sight, I believe. Which is 1, 2, 3. Move to engage, attack with claws. So is it attacking Ecarus? I don't think it is it? It's going 1, 2, 3 and attacking Laegon. Ooh. I've just got to check that. Yes, in fact, he's going to go here. Closest is after least hit points. He's got the least hit points. So this attack is actually was against Laegon. So we actually got one of those hits back. Because Laegon doesn't have an armour. So it is 2 hits. And he still gets a critical. And the critical he gets is... he gets -1 health for the rest of the quest, which is horrible. Okay, so he goes down to 5. I don't think he's going to last, to be honest. So he goes down to 5, and he gets to roll 2 blue die to see if he can stop these 2 hits. And he manages to stop 1, but he takes another hit with a lightning bolt, but the lightning bolt fortunately doesn't do anything, so he's down to 4. That is really bad. So he is down to 4, and oh, I could have used his Elven Cloak, couldn't I? I should have used his Elven Cloak as a free action, but I forgot. So I won't. Yes, if I'd used one of his charges on his Elven Cloak, we couldn't have been directly targeted by enemies. Never mind. But what threw me out was doing the attack on Ecarus first. So we'll leave it at that. That's just Tufty. And... oh, damn it. So he's got a good thump in there. But Ecarus, at least, is now dominating this blue gremlin. Right, so... and we've got the alarm. Oh no, we have the alarm trap card. So we're going to get another. Activate all enemies in full health state. Ah, everybody gets an attack. Alright, and so it's this guy again. He's going to attack again. And that's just 3 red dice, isn't it? So that is appalling. So 3 red dice. And, oh, we got a gremlin and a sword and sorcery symbol. So he only got 1 hit. But he does get another critical. So this seems a bit tough. And now he gets -1 hit as well, all for the rest of the adventure, because these red ones are a real pain. Okay, so 1 hit, so we get 1 roll to see whether we got a hit or not. We got a shield, so at least he's still on 4. Everybody else has got to attack as well. Now, these guys are on most crowns. And guess what? Yes, this blue one is in line of sight because he's actually on that part of the tile. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3 to attack this guy. Won't be a second. Okay, I'm back. Yes, I've just realised I didn't go through here, but it's exactly the same. He was 3 areas away, so he's going to move to engage and attack with claws. So he's moved 3 and he's going to attack with his claws. He only gets 2 red. There's -1 armour, but Laegon doesn't have armour anyway. So here we go. And obviously Laegon, he's priority because he's got the most crowns. And he was in line of sight. Thankfully we've got a double S symbol again. But we do get 1 hit going through. So he gets to roll against that. And he fails. I don't think we've used the re-roll from Thorgar, have we? So we'll use it now. And we get a gremlin, so that was a waste of that. So that's another hit. At least it wasn't a critical. He's down to 3 and he's in a bad way, man. Right, and last up is the green gremlin. Now, the green gremlin isn't going to attack Laegon. And the reason why, let me get the correct pointer, is he's out of line of sight. Can you see there is a wall here, a thick black line? So he cannot see Laegon. Because he cannot see Laegon, he cannot see Thorgar either. So he's got to attack Ecarus. So he's going to attack Ecarus. He was at 1 range, so he moves to engage. He's going to attack with his claws. Just 2 red dice. And he only gets 1 hit because he also got one of these symbols. I think I've got dice that just do gremlin and sword and sorcery icons. Right, so he misses because of Icarus's armour, and we're in a real pickle now, especially Laegon. It's looking pretty bad for him. Okay, who's next up? It is going to be Thorgar. And here we are with Thorgar. The first thing he's going to do is he's going to use his heal wounds ability, and he's going to use it on Laegon. So he's going to go up to 5. He's only 1 away, so he can use his heal wounds on Laegon. So that's one of his actions, unfortunately. Then he is going to move, and he's going to move into here. And what he's going to do is, we've got to get rid of this red gremlin, I think. So he's just got to attack the red gremlin. He's going to use his second action to focus. So that is a hit. And they are now, oh, sorry, he's not back up to 5. Laegon is back up to 4 because he was dominated. These 2 guys were dominating him, so actually the blue got an extra hit. Oh, actually, but he gets an extra save, doesn't he? Right, oh. He might still be at 5. No, he isn't, because he missed that as well. So he's down to 4. He went down to 2 because of that domination hit, and then he's just been healed for 2, so he's at 4. Oh, that is bad news. Right, anyway, Thorgar's coming to here. He's focused, he's attacking the red gremlin. And is there anything else he gets? No, there isn't. So it's just 2 red and 2 blue. We need a decent hit for a change instead of all these crappy low hits. Come on. Oh, he gets some more hits. Hang on. Don't forget your battle hammer. And what he's got here is he gets 1 hit through the battle hammer, which goes up to 2. And then it's 2 red and 2 blue. Right. Okay, and 2 blue. Yeah, we've just got to roll this now. Come on, somewhat decent. Well, at least we got a hit with that. Look at this again. Oh no, that's alright. Yeah, we've got a gremlin. That's the one I was moaning about, but the other two are good. We've got another hit with a lightning bolt and another hit with a lightning bolt. So that's 3 hits, which puts us up to 5. Okay. Then we have the 2 lightning bolts. And the 2 lightning bolts, we can either bash or we can use the 2 hits. We've got to have a think about that, because we've got 5 hits on it here. Remember, we need 6 because there's only 3. We get -1 because of the armour. It's got an armour of 1, so that's 4. You know what, I'm going to put it on... If I do it on a bash, a bash knocks him back to here. We can knock him back here. Right, I've got to have a think now. We could put it up to 7. It's already got 2 hits. 7 -1 would be 6. Even if he got 2 shields on the blue dice, that would put him down to 4. 4 plus 2, yeah, we've got to kill it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use those double lightning bolts to put us up to 7. So we're at 7 hits. Yeah. We lose 1 because he has an armour of 1. He gets to roll 2 blue dice. The reason why I was thinking about bash is because obviously these guys are going to get hit for 1 hit point because of this stupid reaction. And he only got 1. He got 1 shield, which puts him down to 5. If I can find it. So that's 5 hits. And I think that kills him, because 5 plus 2 is 7. Woohoo! Right, so he dies. So that's good. Rid of the enemy power. And we get 2 soul shards. So we're up to 3. And what else do we get? 2 loot bags. So he drops 2 loot. I'm just going to leave them down here for the time being. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's roll this twice. So, number 1. And the next one he drops is number 3. So 1 and 3. The rest of these go back in here. So he's just dropped those. Remember, we've got the treasure there as well. I'll just leave them on the gremlin's dead, but I'll just leave that there just so I recall. Now, gremlin died, but it had a reaction, I believe. Where is it? Red gremlin. Yeah, everything in its area suffers 1 hit point. Rid of that. So down to 3 for Laegon, and down to 6 for Thorgar. So that was pretty grim, get rid of it. But a good hit there from Thorgar. And we got rid of that. But he still has the opportunity to do a free action, and he's going to do a free action. He's going to use this healing potion here as a free action. It's range 0, target hero heals 4 hit points, and we are going to have Laegon go right back up to 7 hit points. But unfortunately, Laegon still has those... he doesn't go up to 7 hit points. He goes up to 6 because he has a critical on him that says he's got -1 health. So, but we've used the healing potion. So we'll discard that, which is a pity. But there you go. That's the way it goes. We have to try and keep them alive. think that's the name of the game. So that is that for Thorgar, apart from we draw Encounter. Let's hope. Come on, be the green one. We want the green to activate. Dark Ritual. Activate all M enemies. Well, we haven't got any. We've just got the Dex enemies, aren't they? Gremlins, yes they are. Otherwise, each enemy recharge 1 arcane charge and deal 2 hit points per act. Oh. So that's per action, I imagine. So, oh no, it's Act 1, isn't it? But none of these have got any hit points on them. Remember, the red gremlin's already dead. That's gone. So that's not going to come back to life. And they've got no arcane charges. Oh, so it whiffed. That's brilliant. That's brilliant, because we haven't put any damage on the blue or the green. Thank God we got rid of the red gremlin, because it'd have healed up there. But that's fine. So, woo! And another reason is the red gremlin would have activated anyway. So, oh no, it wouldn't. It'd have healed, wouldn't it? But it's dead anyway. Forget about that. Forget about the red one. And we can get that out of the way now. Plonk those on there. We've got a bit of room. So I hope there's plenty of crowns in there, because we're skint. Right, red gremlin, get rid of you. Right, so that is it for Thorgar. Next up is Laegon. And here we are with Laegon. And I think what we are going to do is panic! We're going to panic! We can't pick anything up because we've got an enemy in our space. So, I think we are dominating though. So he is going to attack the blue gremlin. So we get 1 hit on him straight away because we're dominating. We're not going to activate Fenrir. What we're going to do is we're going to use our action to focus. So that's 2 hits. And then we're going to use our longbow, which is another hit. And then we get 1 red and 2 blue. Come on. 2 blue and 1 red. Stop rolling. Pants. Hits. We got some hits. We did get a shield, unfortunately. So that missed. But we got a hit here. So that's another hit. Puts us up to 4. Oh, bloody hell, Laegon might have killed something. And he's got another hit here. So that puts it up to 5. Blue gremlin, it's -1 for slash weapons, but it's not a slash weapon, it's a piercing weapon. And what else do we have? Just check. So don't think there is anything else. It's spines. We kill him, so it drops 10 crowns. That goes onto the ground. But we do kill him. So he's gone, which is good. And but the spines do go off. But it's not 1 hit point. It's just 1 hit, so we get to save. And spines, what damage do they do? It's 2 hits. So that's 1 die for Thorgar. And he whiffs. So he goes down to 5 hit points. And it'll be 2 hits onto Laegon. He gets 2 blue dice because of his leather vest. And he manages to save 1. He did get 1 shield. Oh, and he got a lightning bolt. Let's just check. Lightning bolt. You can re-roll 1 die with a lightning bolt. Come on, let's have another shield. No. Damn. So he's down to 5. Bloody hell. Right. Okay, all that's gone through. Still his go. And what he's going to do is he's going to use a multitude. Oh, we get rid of that. he's going to use a multitude of free actions. Remember, you can use as many as you want. So he's going to pick up this for 10. So that's 25 crowns we've got. Then we're going to flick these over. So first one, 50 crowns. Oh, awesome. So that's 50 crowns, putting us up to 75. That's brilliant. And the next one is another 10. So we're on 85 crowns. Got to be good. So 85 crowns. What a pity he's got 2 criticals on him. And he may as well have a look at the treasure, which he eventually gets to have a look at. So let's see what we get. Whirlwind / axe, strength weapon, 2 hits, 1 red, 4 blue. Wow. So you get +1 with a lightning bolt, or you can ignore armour with a lightning bolt. Has an AoE attack. That's pretty good. Okay, we'll put it in with his dirk and his eagle wings. So he's picked that up. You can't use it because it's a strength weapon, but you know, hopefully perhaps our friend Ecarus can make use of that. I think that's better than his longsword, but it is double. Yeah, we may just have to flog that, because that'd mean he'd have to get rid of his shield, because it is a double-handed weapon. Still, you know, nice find, nice find. So here we are. Let's straighten these guys up. And last thing, we've got to pull an encounter card. So here we go. Bloodlust. Activate all wounded enemies. There aren't any. Activate all enemies using their plus, regardless of range. Oh, this could be bad. Could be this guy getting it again. We'll get rid of the blue map. Blue enemy scroll. Let's have a look at the green one. Move up to 2 areas towards the closest hero. Well, he's already up to the closest hero. It says nothing about attacking, so we got away with that one as well, thankfully. Okay, right, so that is the end of the battle phase. They still did a hell of a lot of damage to us, and we've still got a green gremlin, but at least it doesn't have a power, and hopefully we can kill it. We've got a bit of breathing space with the events as well. We're just going to get rid of story event 2, and then I think the treasure event is still face upwards, so that's okay as well. So we're going to have to just move up here, try and do some healing. But yeah, we're going to have to wait a bit to do the healing because it's got to refresh. So, oof, yeah, that was tough on Laegon there. What horrible, horrible attack that red gremlin had. Yeah, Laegon's in a real bad way. -1 on his health, so he's got 6 max health at the moment, and he does 1 less hit, which is bad news. Oh, I should have done the 1 less hit on the blue gremlin. I think we killed him anyway, but I'll check in editing. You'll probably see something will have already come across the screen, but I think we have killed him anyway. Right, that is it. So next up, it is the event phase. And here we are at the event phase, and all we do is get rid of story event 2, which leaves lost treasure, which is good because we need the breathing space, I think. Yeah, so we've got to get through another locked door that's appeared, and I think we've got to race along now. We've got to try and race along, try and get to that final room. We're in a bit of time trouble, and as well as, like, Laegon's in horrible trouble. He's really going to have to hang back now, I think. So we're essentially going to have to complete this with 2 heroes by the look of it, which isn't the best. Well, yeah, I suppose we got a bit done this turn. We did kill a few things, but yeah, we found some money. We found a decent weapon. Unfortunately, I don't think we can really equip it with Ecarus because it's double. It's like a two-handed weapon, and we want him to have his shield for the extra armor. But we can always sell it at the end. And yeah, we still got a gremlin up, but it's only a green one. And let's see if we can mosey along here. We're going to have to get through here and get to that final room. Okay, that is it for episode 3. Hope you enjoyed it. I did. There was a lot to do. As ever, if I've made a mistake, please let me know. It does get a bit frantic when you've got quite a few enemies on the board, and I am videoing as well. So there is a good possibility I missed something there. If I can fix it, I will. But we'll have to see. Okay, yes, so thanks very much for watching. Thanks for all the views, thanks for all the likes and the dislikes, because you're still watching, so good on you. And anybody who's been across to Board Game Links to upvote the site, thank you very much. And similarly, anybody who's been a BGG to make a comment on the video threads, or like them, or drop geek or whatever, thank you so much. As, yeah, any errors, let me know. And yes, so that is it for episode 3. I hope you join me for episode 4. But until then, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.